Want to do a video with me? No. So we're trying out a couple of different angles in this apartment until I find out the right one. So this is like living room, manga shelf, main shelf. Previously, we were in my bedroom, so we're gonna just try out a couple different things. So today I am here to do my May book haul. We're gonna call it the May book haul, but it's basically the end of April through the beginning of June. So like the majority of May, but like not all May. No, don't go down the stairs. Do you even understand stairs? Oh, she understands stairs. Okay. Okay, so the first two books are ones that I got from the used bookstore when I went with my friends at the middle-ish of April. And I got two books. So the first one was one of those books that you just go into a store and you find a book and you're just like, I'm just gonna get this. I've never heard of it, but why not? And that is Rashomon by Ryunosuke Akutagawa. Yeah. I decided to get this mostly because I pulled out this book. I really liked the illustrations on the cover and on the back. And it's this gorgeous French flap, deckled pages book. And I was already holding it in my hand and I realized that it has an introduction by Murakami. And I was just like, this book was meant to be mine. So I got it and I have not read it. I don't know when I will because I'm not that big of a fan of short stories, but if I'm ever feeling some, I have this. And then the other book I got, honestly sometimes I'm like, why did I buy this? But, you know, YOLO. And that is The Wise Man's Fear by Patrick Rothfuss. I have not read The Name of the Wind yet, so I don't know why I bought this, but I do know why I bought it. But I refuse to start this series until the third book at least has a release date because I refuse to get sucked into a series like Game of Thrones that like doesn't actually have an end in sight. I'm just not about that. I'm a person who likes binge reading series. So I got this one because it is this giant floppy paperback and it was like $4 I want to say. And I couldn't give up the opportunity to get this. So I have this and I have the first one in these editions. I'll get to them when that's the day that the third book has a release date. I will start the series. The next book I got was an anticipated release of the year, which I have already read, and that is The Way You Make Me Feel by Maureen Gu. I really enjoyed her other novel that I read, I believe In a Thing Called Love, and I was really highly anticipating her next book. Was very excited to read it, already read it, already loved it, talked about it in my May wrap-up. I actually also this month got her first ever novel, her debut novel, Since You Asked, which I have already unhauled, tried reading, did not like it, but she has improved so much. Also, this is like literally my favorite book cover ever. Look at how aesthetic this is. And those end pages are pink, and then this hardback is blue. It's just so pastel and cute. Are you stuck on the stair? Can you not get up? Oh, there you go. Oh, there you go. Woo! The next two books I got after reading Pretty Girls by Karen Slaughter. I had to get more books by her, so I got two off of thrift books. So I got The Kept Woman by Karen Slaughter, which looks gigantic because it is the large print edition, which I accidentally got. Kitten! This is probably my next Karen Slaughter read. I don't know. We'll see. It's between these two. So I got this one, and I also got The Good Daughter by Karen Slaughter. This seems to be like her most kind of popular one recently. And yeah, I'm very excited to read both of these because Pretty Girls blew me away. I love this so much. So the next handful of books that I got were all from Book Outlet. I made a Book Outlet order because they had quite a few books on there that I wanted. So the first one that I got was Dream and Son of Volume 4. I'm currently on Volume 3. Wanted to pick up the next one. Book Outlet has them for way cheaper than anywhere else. So decided to pick that one up. And then I also got the first two books in Jeff Vandermeer's The Southern Reach trilogy, Annihilation and Authority. Honestly, I have no clue what these are about, but I adored Born by him, so I had to pick up other books by him. And I'm very excited to read this series. I'm pretty sure, Annihilation's a movie now? TV show? Something. So yeah, I'll be picking these up very soon, especially because I've been loving sci-fi recently. Wow, I actually have a lot of really big ass books in this book haul. why am I doing this to myself? The next book I got was The Way of Kings by Brandon Sanderson. I finally decided to pick it up. I used to love Brandon Sanderson's Mistborn trilogy. It's one of my favorite series, and I decided to pick this up. I've heard nothing but amazing things about this. I plan on getting to it eventually. Maybe pick it up on audio because this is a behemoth of a book. But yes, this is his epic 10-book fantasy novel thing. We have like the first 3 books currently, so I decided to finally pick up the first one since it was on there. And then I have just been really liking thrillers recently, so I've been picking up quite a few more, and I got The Breakdown by B.A. Paris. This is this person's second novel. Their first novel was Behind Closed Doors, which was their debut, and everyone loved it. It was like the thriller of the year kind of thing. But this one just sounded way more interesting to me, so I decided to pick this one up instead. And then I picked up 3 of the Penguin Orange Classics edition because I saw Books and Lala haul them and they're absolutely gorgeous, so I decided to pick up a couple of books I do not have other copies of. I picked up the ones I was the most interested in because I'm gonna pretend that I might actually read these at some point in my life. So the first one I got was The Joy Luck Club by Amy Tan. Just look at how beautiful these are. Like, oh, they're gorgeous, and they have the French flaps and the deckled edges, like, gorgeous books, gorgeous books. And I also got Ceremony by Leslie Marmon Silko. Just, oh my god. Like, whoever designed these was a genius. I'm blown away. They're also really, really silky and, like, buttery. And then we also have The Snow Leopard by Peter Maptian. This one I think is my favorite cover. Beautiful. So the next 2 books I got in a used bookstore up in New Hampshire. The first one I bought was The Haunting of Hill House by Shirley Jackson. I really enjoyed her novel We Have Always Lived in the Castle, and I really wanted to read this one. I am planning on reading this in October because obviously I never have very spooky books to read. I always have like thrillers, so I figured I'd save this spooky book to be read in October. And I also got this giant book. I got so many big books. Why did I buy so many big books? I got this book, City on Fire by Garth Risk Hallberg. I kind of want to know other people's opinions on this because I picked it up because I recognized it because this was a book. It literally is like a debut book, but it got picked up by a publisher for like a $2 million contract or something crazy. Like, it was supposed to be the biggest book of the year in like 2015, I want to say, 2014 maybe. And I literally hear no one talking about this book, so I have no idea if it's any good. And with this big of a book, I kind of want to know if it's good or not. So if you've read this, definitely tell me whether it's worth it down in the comments below. And then the last 2 books I picked up are just literally yesterday at Barnes & Noble. Keeping on with the thriller theme, I picked up I Let You Go by Claire McIntosh. Let me get this sticker off because I'm never going to if I don't do it now. Claire McIntosh's Books and Lala. How many times am I gonna mention Books and Lala? Books and Lala loves Claire McIntosh. I've never read her before, so I decided to pick up. I believe this is her first book. I don't know. It's in the bargain section of Barnes & Noble, so here we are. And then also from the bargain section of the last book I got in this little, about 2 months, was Dear Emma by Katie Heaney. This is a book I have never heard of, never seen anyone read, never anything heard about it. I just picked it up because I thought it looked good, which sometimes is just awesome. Sometimes it's great to just go into a bookstore, find a book you've never heard of, and decide whether you want to read it or not. Because we definitely get kind of caught up in hype and recommendations and feeling we're supposed to be reading something on BookTube in the book community. So I decided to just pick this up. I really like the cover, I really like the art, I really like the colors on it. And then I read the first couple pages and it was super interesting. And I really liked the writing and I really liked the humor. So I'm hoping I will really like the rest of the book. So sometimes that is just a really fun thing to do. Find a book that just you want to read. So this is a pretty good sized stack of books. I don't know if I'm going to be able to hold this. Look, they come into frame. Ho ho. I don't know if I can hold this. These are just a lot of big books. It's actually not that many. It's only 17 books, which only 17 books. But it's just a lot of big ones. So let's see if I can do this. Oh my god, it's so heavy. I really don't know if I can do this. Yep, there we go. Oh my god. Okay, yep, those are all the books that I bought in the past 2 months. I hope you guys all enjoyed this video, and I love you all, and I'll see y'all soon. Bye! Now let's try to get a thumbnail. Oh no.